What's going on, guys? All right, so last night we were playing card bingo, and one of our friends was asking about some problems he was having with ChatGPT. Uh, I gave him a solution, but it involves deleting the memory, and that removes everything that you've basically taught ChatGPT to do. So it solves a problem, but creates a new problem, right? So I mentioned custom GPTs, and custom GPTs are fantastic when you need to do a task, the same task consistently, but in different ways. Like you're going to do, like what we're going to do here is create a YouTube title, YouTube description, and so forth based on a certain set of parameters. So here's how you do this. And the reason why you would do this is a custom GPT is never affected by the memory. Like it uses the memory, but when you delete it, your custom GPT stay intact. So I use it a lot for things that are very specific tasks. So we're going to dive into ChatGPT, and you're going to scroll down here to GPTs. And now we're going to hit My GPTs. And right here at the top, you see Create a GPT. That's what we're going to do. First off, let's start off with an icon. This can be a picture of something or whatever. And we'll name this 404 Not Found Description Guru. Creates social media and I've already put my actual prompt over here. All right, so and now we're going to go into conversation starters, create content for YouTube, and create content for. All right, so these conversation starters are right here, and they start the process. They start the conversation. They're not really required though. Now, I have like a 600, 800 character set of instructions here, and that's fine. Down here, knowledge base is where, say, I had 10,000 words that I needed to be utilized for the instructions. You can take the core instructions and say, use the knowledge base when applicable. And this knowledge base is just a text file or a Word doc. And it can be it can be Excel spreadsheets with data sets. It can be, if you're creating like a personality, like if you're creating like a writer for yourself, you can take everything you've ever written and plug it in to the knowledge base, and it will recreate that based upon the knowledge base. For most things, you're probably not going to use a knowledge base, but it is good to have and know what it is. But that's it. We've created a custom GPT at this point. I'm going to hit this create button. I only want it to be shared with me, and we're going to save it. I'm going to hit view GPT, and we're actually going to create the title, description, thumbnail text for this video. Alright, so we just made a video on how to create a custom GPT. It's a short, sweet, simple video, just a DIY. No, I don't like the tone of that at all. I built my own GPT. No. Let's do something more like how to build a custom GPT or something like that. That works. Alright, so now I'll take this and I'll use it. And this custom GPT now appears in your, I got a bunch of them, but it will appear over there on the left. And you can use it. One caveat to this, without diving too deep into tokenization, the longer a conversation goes, the better that conversation knows you. I'm assuming you figured this out by now. The downside of that is the longer a conversation goes, the more data that has to be gone through for each prompt generation. So you find yourself wanting to use those long-term conversations, but the more you use them, the slower they get. Now, what you can do is create a custom GPT, and then say you use it for 2-3 weeks and you use it a whole bunch. You can then, during that time of using it, you've told it not to do certain things in the conversation. You've asked it to change a certain way it does things or whatever. Anyways, it's learned more about you. But you can pull up your conversation and say, hey, give me a summary of everything that you've learned about the way I want you to perform this task in a detailed summary. And it will do that. And then you can take that summary and then you can go in and edit your GPT and add that summary to the instructions and then start a new conversation with that GPT, and it will now be it'll essentially be you starting fresh from the old version, if that makes sense. That's getting into the weeds a bit. Probably not going to be applicable for most people, but anyways, I hope this helps you guys. Have a good one.